Deontay Wilder, a famed American professional boxer, has some interesting ways of deciding what he wants to do with his future. After his trilogy defeat in October 2021 by Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, the 36-year-old professional boxer has decided that he will try psychedelics in order to figure out whether he wants to retire from boxing. So, what is this all about? Let us start off with Deontay Wilder's stellar career in boxing. Wilder entered the boxing scene pretty late as compared to usual boxers. He took up the sport at the age of 20, and though still an amateur, he won a bronze medal in the heavyweight division at the 2008 Olympics. This led to him being called the Bronze Bomber, which Wilder coined after Joe Louis, who was known by the nickname of the Brown Bomber. If you take a casual interest in American boxing, you would already know that Wilder is well known for his exceptional punching power, as he has knocked out every opponent he has defeated. His knockout-to-win percentage stands at 97.61%, with 20 knockouts in the first round. In world heavyweight title fights, his knockout-to-win percentage stands at 69.23%, which is the fifth highest in the history of heavyweights. He is a three-time winner of the Premier Boxing Champions Knockout of the Year award in the years 2016, 2017, as well as 2019. He was also the winner of the Ring Magazine Knockout of the Year award in 2019. Wilder held the WBC heavyweight title from 2015 to 2020, making 10 successful defenses. By winning the title, Wilder became the first American world heavyweight champion since 2007. This was quite impressive, as it was the longest period of time in boxing history without an American heavyweight champion. As of November 2021, he is ranked as the world's third best active heavyweight by ESPN, fourth by Ring Magazine, and fifth by BoxRec and the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board. Next, Wilder versus Fury. After many talks and negotiations, the fight between Wilder and Fury was finally confirmed. Quoting Fury, "We have two men who will fight anyone. This man has been trying to make a fight with another chump. They called. I answered. I said, send me the contract. They sent it. I said yes." The chump he's referring to here is Anthony Joshua, with whom Wilder had tried multiple times to strike a deal for a heavyweight unification fight. Finally, by the end of August 2018, the contracts for the fight to take place had been signed. On September 22nd, both fighters confirmed they had signed the contract and the fight would take place on December 1st, 2018. The weigh-in took place on November 30th on a made platform outside the Los Angeles Convention Center. Fury stepped on the scale first and weighed in at 256.5 pounds, his lightest since his comeback following his layoff. The weight was only 2 pounds less than he weighed in August 2018 against Francisco Pianeta. However, he looked more slim and lean. Wilder was next to step on and came in at 212.5 pounds, his lowest since his debut in 2008 when he weighed 207.25 pounds. For his last bout, Wilder weighed at 214. However, it was cited that Wilder suffered from an illness during his training camp. Wilder and Fury fought to a 12-round split decision tie in front of 17,698 fans at the Staples Center, ensuring Wilder's WBC belt. The fight was judged 115 to 111 for Wilder by Mexican judge Alejandro Rochin, 114 to 112 for Fury by Canadian judge Robert Tapper, and 113 to 113 for a draw by British judge Phil Edwards. The decision was met with boos from the fans, with many feeling Fury had done enough to dethrone Wilder. Fury spent much of the battle moving his upper and lower body to dodge Wilder's big shots and remain out of range thanks to his unusual stance. Though the fight was quite impressive, Wilder was much less accurate in this fight than he usually had been in previous fights. According to CompuBox statistics, Wilder landed 71 punches of 430 thrown for 17%, and Fury landed 84 of his 327 thrown for 26%. Fury outlanded Wilder in 9 of the 12 rounds. Both Wilder and Fury only landed double digits in 4 separate rounds. Next, Wilder vs. Fury 2. Wilder faced off with Tyson Fury on February 22, 2020 in a rematch of their 2018 fight, which ended in a draw. Wilder weighed in at a career-high 231 pounds, while Fury, who weighed in at 273 pounds, was also bigger for the rematch than he was for the first fight. Despite being the slight betting favorite going into the fight, Fury floored him in the third round with a left hook, overhand right combination. Fury put Wilder down again in the 5th round, this time with a body punch. Wilder eventually lost the fight by technical knockout in the 7th round when his trainer Mark Breland backed out, losing his WBC heavyweight title in the process. Now, here comes the part with all the drama. WBC and the ring champion Tyson Fury was said to respect a contractual condition that calls for a third fight with Wilder, according to arbitration judge Daniel Weinstein on May 17, 2021. Following that, Fury's promoter Bob Arum announced that the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas had been booked for Wilder's trilogy fight with Fury on July 24, 2021. Wilder declared on June 3rd that his mind is very violent and that he has built a whole facility to commit a legal homicide against Fury. Pretty dark visuals for a fight. Just kidding. Both men exchanged 5 knockdowns on the night of the fight, with Fury winning via knockout in the 11th round. I've been in this business 57 years promoting fights, and I have to say I've never seen a heavyweight fight as magnificent as this, Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum stated. Now, what's with the Amazonian psychedelics? Wilder has not fought against anyone after his final loss in the trilogy series against Fury. In a recent podcast with Byron Scott, the Bronze Bomber said, "I think I'm going to take a trip that I have to take. I'm thinking about doing ayahuasca." Ayahuasca is a South American psychedelic brew that was once used by ancient Amazonian tribes. Wilder has added that this is what would help him make his decision of whether he would want to retire from boxing or continue in his career. He even lashed out at boxing bosses for creating a dangerous world of politics and cheating. And this isn't the first time Wilder has experimented with unconventional norms. Wilder questioned his own trainer Mark Breland's choice to throw in the towel, despite being on the ropes and facing a torrent of blows from the Gypsy King after his first loss against Fury in February 2020. What else is new? Fury laughs off suggestions that Usyk would be his toughest opponent yet. Tyson Fury will defend his WBC heavyweight belt against Dillian Whyte in his next contest. If he wins, Fury will face Alexander Usyk for a bout to crown the first undisputed heavyweight king since 2000 later this year. In an interview with Dubai Eye Sport, Fury confessed that he thinks the battle between him and Usyk would be a simple one, arguing that his fellow champion isn't a major threat. When asked whether Usyk would be tougher to defeat than Wilder, Fury said, "Hell no. You've got the most powerful in the history of our sport in Wilder, and what's Usyk going to do? Tap dance around the ring and run away?" He even went ahead and called Usyk a pumped-up middleweight. Was that description accurate, or is it going to blow up in Fury's face? We'll find out once they finally face off. Next, Usyk and Joshua are set to face off in May. When Joshua initially faced Usyk in September, he was defeated by majority points, failing to get close to the Ukrainian throughout 12 rounds and losing his unified heavyweight titles in the process. The heavyweight rematch between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua is expected to take place in May, with promoter Eddie Hearn aiming to organize it in London. Joshua is eyeing revenge. At this point, Usyk is facing the threat of losing his title from both Fury and Joshua. So, who will get to defeat him? But there is always a chance of Usyk coming out of all of this as the victor. And lastly, the Hitman is set to return to the ring. Ricky Hatton, the iconic Hitman, last fought in 2012, losing to Vyacheslav Shinchenko in the 9th round at Manchester Arena. According to rumors, he is preparing to return to the ring at the age of 43, 10 years after hanging up his gloves. Hatton was one of the most popular British boxers of the contemporary age, and needless to say, his return to the ring would be highly anticipated by fans. "I feel like knocking someone out," he told The Telegraph in May 2020, and we're certain that he will. And that's a wrap for this video. Are ancient Amazonian psychedelics really that reliable to help Wilder decide if he wants to retire? And who do you think will hold the title of heavyweight king by the end of this year? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one.